Hello, welcome everyone again to day 197 of Read and Talk Challenge. And today we are going to continue reading The Law of Nature. Unfortunately, my internet was so bad, I couldn't start my stream earlier as the time was as the appointed time, but it's okay. I started my reading a little bit earlier. So, hello, Yunus bro, how are you doing? Long time no see. Where, where have you been? Okay, let's see. Are you doing okay? How is family? How is studies and life? Let me put a poll. 97. Read and talk. Book. Laws of human nature. Subscribe. Thank you. Yep, let's put it here. Okay, I'm okay, brother. How are you? I'm doing okay, thank you so much, bro. That's great, that's great. I'm glad that you and your family is okay. So I wasn't I haven't seen you in a very long time. I hope that everything was all okay. So yeah, as usual, okay. The internet is back. Wi-Fi was shut. It wasn't working. Thank you, bro. How are you spending your time? I'm doing great. My time is doing great. Today, sometimes I feel a little bit down, or I don't feel like reading or doing something useful. But at the end of the day, I want to do something, at least one good thing. So this is what I always try to achieve at the end of the day. Maybe I work out, maybe I read a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's not too much. It doesn't matter if I don't learn or I don't get anything from it. I just come and I just show up. Showing up is half of the work. So you just need to show up. So this is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, anyone who is joining you, please hit that like and subscribe button if you are new. And today you are going to continue reading this book, The Law of Nature, as in here shows. And I'm till page 85. Yeah, now we are 69, so 85 it will be how much? 69, 85, yes, 15 page. Oh yeah, one another thing I learned today. If you hit the screen, double press or double click on the screen, it will like the stream. I didn't know that. I just learned that in another someone else's stream, it was said like double tap on the stream or subscribe, and I double tapped on the screen, and it was like before I was going to the description or clicking in the profile or the like or the stream, and then clicking the like button. It was like two-step process. But right now, now I understand. You just need to click double, like a double click on the screen, and it will be liked. So yeah, let's not waste too much of our time and get right into it. Is the camera angle is good? I think it's good, right? Yeah, let's put it here. Okay. Okay, we have finished our reading, and yeah, page 86, around 20 page, and it was mostly examples of narcissist people. Like there are like Stalin. He gave the example of Stalin that. There are different level of narcissists in the world. Like one level is, let me just adjust this a little bit. Yeah, one level is like in the example of Stalin, the leader of Soviet Union before, like in the years like 80, 79 to 90, 52 or 53. He said like he was so passionate. He was so friendly with his friends, with his companions. Everyone felt like he had such a great character, and everyone once they were like they talked with them, they wished to talk with them again. Like they were eager for talking more and again. And like listening to them, paying attention to them, and like putting his arm around their shoulder, like a real friend. But slowly, when he got yeah, by this by his attention, by this kind of characteristic, he got to the position of power. He got to the position of president, or I don't know, king, something like that. And but after like he had a friend by the name of Kivor. Yeah, Kivor. So let me just see the name, I pronounce it right. Yeah, Kirov, sorry. Kirov, what is the full name of it? Sergei Kirov. Sergei Kirov was one of his friend, very close friend, and also a powerful member of the Politburo. Like there was a circle of like parliament members, something like that. And so he was very close to Stalin, especially after the death of the suicide of his wife, the Stalin wife, in the year 1932. And yeah, he got very close with him, but the behavior of Stalin slowly changed. He became more. He was passionate and he was attention, but his attention was because he wanted to learn about them and manipulate them. And the higher commanders or lieutenants slowly was disappointed of Stalin and talked with this Sergei Kirov to yeah, we are gonna appoint you, so you like a coup d'etat, something like that. And but because this Sergei Kirov was very close to Stalin and he didn't want to betray Stalin, so he reported those people. And yeah, he went to Stalin and told all about the history, that they wanted me, they want me like to do these things and instead of you. So yeah, they are the traitors. So yeah, all of them was executed. And but after this, the behavior of Stalin got worse, especially toward this Sergei Kirov, because now he knew that people, there are people that like him more than like Kirov, more than himself, more than Stalin. So he was desperate, and he wanted attention and something like that. So yeah, after in 1934, Sergei Kirov was executed, assassinated in his like in front of his house or office. But no one knows like who was like behind it, but it was so obvious that the Stalin was behind this assassination. So yeah, and yeah, it talks about different level of narcissists. And one important thing that I learned is that we should I think it might be repetitive or something that I have already said, but it should be that we should have this or create or maybe learn the skill of reading people's mood, reading people's emotion or feeling, and giving them the right approach when they are in that certain situation. And because it will prevent from a lot of disasters. Especially, it talks about the leadership of Shackleton and the voyage, in the voyage of endurance ship in 1915. Yeah, 1915. They wanted to cross Antarctica by land, like crossing Antarctica, but they was stuck in ice because of the early winter, and there was no way out or no way back. So they were stuck in the ice. The ice was flowing, floating, and for how long, no one knows. So he needed to pay attention to his crew member, to his crew member, and because if someone cracks or shows sign of pessimism or some negative, it will affect all other people. Like it is contagious, something like that, like a disease. But the most important role is the leader. The leader should not show the sign of weakness, should not the sign of negative or pessimism. Because if you show that, so how will your subordinate will feel? Like you have to fake it. It is a very dire situation. It is a very dark and with uncertainty situation. But because you're a leader, you have to. You should fake it. You should fake your situation. You should fake your condition, and give them a smile. Give them positive lights to look forward. And he did some wonderful thing, and I really like that. The history of this, and it made me think, and also made me to a little bit like learn from it. So, and in here it ends, the chapter 3 ends with very wonderful speech. It says, I do not ask the wounded person how he feels. I myself become the wounded person. So it is very obvious. Like, I do not ask for the wounded person how he feels. It is a wounded person how he feels. The question is so rage baiting. You know, it is so, and like wants, it makes us very angry. It makes us very angry. The question itself, like if you're in a very bad situation or if you're wounded, you just ask him, oh, how do you feel? Of course I am feeling very bad. The question is very stupid. So it says, and instead of asking how he feels, I will become wounded myself. So yeah, this is it for today's talking about my book, which was okay. Yeah, we have reached page 86, and how many pages remains? 650, huh? Like around 550 page remains. And I think, yeah, it worth it. Like many people might not think that it is a good book, but it is really actually very full of wisdoms and with so much information, so much things to learn. So yeah. Okay, so I will end my stream because I don't have actually I don't want to like make it. Oh, my phone battery is also getting low. I will end with 50 squat because someone asked me, one of my friend asked me in the comments that I should do 50 squats, so I will do 50 squats instead of 50 push-up. Yeah, I will do a little push-up as well. It is nothing. But I haven't tried squats for a long time, like leg exercise. But we will do tonight. Okay, let's do it. So, okay. 150. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yeah. Whew. Oh, that feels good. So yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining the stream and also supporting. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone. So I hope that you had a great day, and I also you have learned something, or you might learn something if you watch it again, or you watch it when it is not live, which is very rare situation, but it's okay. Take care, have a great day or great night, and see you in tomorrow's stream. Bye bye.